McGuire. So McGuire getting his first start with the Bees, 6'6", 220 in his 9th professional season out of Richmond, Virginia. 92 to 95 mile per hour fastball, slider, curve, and change. So the ball's been tossed around the infield. We're ready to go. If you can, come on over, join us here on this Thirsty Thursday. Otherwise, sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air for a Thursday night in Salt Lake City. Oscar Mercado, the center fielder, to lead things off. The first pitch from McGuire is in at the knees. A strike and we're underway. Mercado hitting .286, 21 doubles, a triple. 7 homers, 39 runs batted in, 3 for 11 in the series. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball inside, 1-1. Manager Stubby Clapp coaching over at third base for the Redbirds. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line towards short. Caught off the shoot top by the shortstop Fontana for the out. Sinking liner that he grabbed just before it hit the ground. So Mercado retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up Luke Voigt, the first baseman. Hitting .296, 13 doubles, 2 triples, 9 homers, 35 runs batted in. 2 for 6 in the series. McGuire purchased from Texas June 19th. He started the year with Toronto's organization. First pitch, fastball high, ball 1. Claimed off waivers by Texas June 15th. Made 1 appearance for Round Rock and then purchased by the Angels on June 19th. The 1-0 from McGuire. Lined into left center field for a base hit. Racing over Ackley and Hermosillo. Hermosillo backhands it in the alley, but heading for second is Voigt, and he slides in ahead of the throw with a 1-out double. So Voigt with his 14th two-bagger, a runner at second base, 1 out. And the batter will be Tyler O'Neill, the designated hitter, batting .310. 8 doubles, a triple, 25 homers to lead the league. 59 runs batted in. 4 for 8 in the series with 2 homers and 3 RBI. So runner at second base, 1 out. Again, the Redbirds won the opening game of the series, 14-4, with the Bees winning last night, 7-5. Now the pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 1. These have never won a series here in Salt Lake City against Memphis. They've split a few, but have never won a series. Now the 1-0 pitch to O'Neill. Breaking ball, that's in at the knees for a strike, 1-1. On the other hand, they've won 4 series in Memphis. 98, 01, 08, 2012. The pitch, breaking ball low, 2-1 the count. So 2 balls and a strike the count on Tyler O'Neill. Runner at second base, shift on. 3 infielders on the left side of the diamond. The second baseman Coward in behind the runner. 2-1 pitch. Bounces in, knocked down by the catcher Hudson, and the count's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike the count on O'Neill, with Adolis Garcia due up next. Just underway, still plenty of time for you to come on over and join us. Stubby Clapp managed Memphis last year to a BCL championship in his first year at the helm of the Redbirds. 3-1 pitch. Fastball high, and so a double and a walk after 1 out for Memphis. Puts runners at first and second and brings up Adolis Garcia, the right fielder, hitting .254. 17 doubles, 3 triples, 14 homers, 47 runs batted in. 3 for 10 in the series with a double, a homer, and 1 RBI. So trouble brewing here in the first. McGuire's pitch, swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1 in his 3 starts for the Angels this year. McGuire never gave up a first inning run, but here he's got runners at first and second with only 1 out. Infield double play depth. Now McGuire ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count. In Nashville, the AAA affiliate of the Oakland Athletics comes in tomorrow to start a 4-game series. 1-1 pitch to Garcia. That's launched deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it stays fair. Home run off the train in left field. A 3-run blast for Adolis Garcia. And 4 batters into the game, Memphis takes a 3-0 lead. It was no doubt distance-wise. The question was fair or foul, but that ball was hit so hard it never hooked. 15th homer of the year for Garcia, who's now up to 50 runs batted in on the season. Brings up Max Schrock, the third baseman, hitting .269. 19 doubles, 4 homers, 36 runs batted in. Schrock 3 for 8, 2 doubles, and an RBI. There's the first pitch, fastball, strike, in at the knees, 0-1. So 0-1 to the left-hand batter. The pitch down low, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Schrock acquired by St. Louis from Oakland in the Stephen Piscotty trade back in December. 1-1 pitch. Pulled towards first. Short hop nicely by Matt Thaiss. Takes it 3 steps to the bag for the out. So 2 down. That'll bring up Rangel Ravelo, the left fielder, hitting .293. 16 doubles, 2 triples, 11 homers, 48 runs batted in. 4 for 7 in the series with 2 homers and 5 RBI. McGuire on the mound, originally a first-round pick, 11th overall selection of Toronto in 2010 out of Georgia Tech. First pitch swinging, Ravelo pops it up foul, first base side and out of play. 0-1 the count. Defected from Cuba when he was 12 years old and actually went to high school in Miami where he lives now. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball inside at the belt, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wilfredo Tovar, the shortstop, is on deck. McGuire, the 1-1 pitch. That's crushed to left center field. Hermosillo going back, still going back. That's off the top of the wall. Michael plays the carom well, fires it in, and stopping at second base is Ravelo with a double. So runner at second base with 2 outs, 3 hits in the inning, all for extra bases. Brings up Wilfredo Tovar, the shortstop, hitting .284. 8 doubles, 4 homers, 35 runs batted in. 1 for 3 in the series. So runner at second base, 2 outs for Tovar. Ravelo stretches out his lead at second base. Now McGuire's pitch. Strike in at the knees, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike to count. Outfield straight away for the right-hand hitting Tovar. McGuire's pitch, swing and a miss to the breaking ball away, 0-2. Deck McGuire. Deck is actually his middle name. I believe William is his given first name. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball a little bit high. 1-2 the count. Now the right-hander ready. Next pitch grounded back at third. Glove by Ward. Long throw to first, high, and it pulls Thaiss off the bag, but he comes down just in time. So Tovar retired to win the inning, but 3-run score on 3 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. So after 1/2 inning, it's Memphis 3, and the Bees are coming to bat on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning already. 3-0 Memphis. Defensively for the Redbirds, Ronhel Ravelos in left, Oscar Mercado in center, Adolis Garcia in right, Max Schrock at third, Wilfredo Tovar at short, Alex Mejia at second, Luke Voigt at first. A battery of Chris Ellis pitching and Stephen Barron catching. For Ellis, this will be his 9th start for Memphis. In 45 and 1/3 innings, he's allowed 42 hits, 19 runs, 16 of them earned. Struck out 33 and walked 10. First pitch to Hermosillo is low, ball 1. Ellis has won 2 and lost 2 with a 3.18 ERA in the PCL, batting .250 against the right-hander Chris Ellis. His 1-0 pitch to Hermosillo is low, ball 2. Michael hitting .265, 10 doubles, 4 triples, 9 homers, 37 runs batted in. 2 for 5 in the series. That was on Tuesday. He did not play last night. There's a pitch, breaking ball, strike. Now the 2-1 pitch. Low for a ball. So the count, 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Fastball high and inside, ball 4. So Hermosillo walks to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Brings up Matt Theis, the first baseman, hitting .289. 18 doubles, 4 triples, 8 homers, and 29 runs batted in for Theis. 3 for 9 in the series. There's a breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Popped up foul, third base side. Over near the railing, Schrock reaches over and makes the catch. Good play by Max Schrock, and there's 1 down. So 1 on, 1 out for Taylor Ward. Batting .359, 14 doubles, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in. Ward 4 for 8 in the series. There's a pitch down low. 1-0 the count. Now the right-hander ready, and Ellis's pitch. Ward takes low for a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Runner at first base, Hermosillo with 1 out. Ellis's pitch down low for a ball, 2-0. 3-0 Memphis here in the bottom of the first. Jared Walsh, the right fielder's on deck. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the belt. 2-1 the count. Infield double play depth for Memphis. Now the pitch. Ward takes high, ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Ellis. And now runners are at first and second base with 1 out. The batter will be Jared Walsh, the right fielder, hitting .244. 5 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Walsh 1 for 7 in the series. Hey fans, the Bees, if they score 4 runs in any inning during today's game, everyone wins a free Wendy's Frosty. All you need to do is visit your local Salt Lake area Wendy's within 24 hours of the 4-run inning and let Wendy's know you're a Bees fan. First pitch to Walsh. Breaking ball low, ball 1. You can redeem your free small Frosty with any purchase and choose between the classic flavors of chocolate or vanilla. Valid at any participating Wendy's in the greater Salt Lake area. 1-0 the count. Now the pitch. Fastball foul back. Evens the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air to shallow left. Ravelo coming in, still coming in. He's there, and he'll make the shoulder high catch for the out. So 2 down. That'll bring up Jose Fernandez, the designated hitter, batting .327. 16 doubles, a triple, 11 homers, 45 runs batted in. 2 for 7 in the series. So 2 on, 2 out. 3-0 in favor of Memphis, but Fernandez stands in as the potential tying run. Been over a month, though, since Jose's last homer. There's a breaking ball inside, ball 1. That was on June 25th against Reno. One ball, no strikes. The pitch low and inside for a ball, and it's 2-0. No, 2 balls, no strikes. Ellis struggling with his control here in the first inning. The Bees still need to take advantage of it. 2 walks, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. The 2-0 pitch to Fernandez. Low and inside, ball 3. A wide one here. Would load the bases for Caleb Cowart. 3-0 on Fernandez. Ellis ready, the pitch. Strike in at the knees. 3-1 to Fernandez, who started towards first base, but got called back by home plate umpire Clayton Ham. Keith Johnson, Bees manager, coaching at third base with infield defensive coach Ray Olmedo over at first. 3-1 the count. Ellis's pitch. Fastball low. He walked him. 3 walks in the inning to load the bases. That'll bring up Caleb Cowart hitting .285. 18 doubles, 3 triples, 5 homers. 39 runs batted in. So bases loaded, 2 out for Caleb. Switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander. Chris Ellis. Cowart 1 for 4 in the series. Takes low and inside, and that's ball 1. 1-0 the count. Infield back, outfield deep. Now Ellis from the stretch, the pitch. A little bit low, didn't miss by much. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Chris Ellis, 6'4", 215 in his 5th year from Birmingham, Alabama. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. On the infield, behind the mound, the second baseman Mejia calls for it and makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, no hits. 3 left on base. Three 3-0 Memphis as we go to the second inning again tonight. And every Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday presented by Coors Light. Come out to a Thursday night Bees home game and enjoy an ice cold Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb in or climb on. And of course, it's also a $3 special on soft drinks as well. The next Thirsty Thursday, August 9th, when the Bees host Tacoma at 7:05. First pitch to Alex Mejia, breaking ball low, ball 1. Mejia, the Memphis second baseman, hitting .284. 3 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 24 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled into the upper deck first base side. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Down low, 2-1 the count on Mejia. 1 for 2 in the series with 1 run batted in. Now McGuire's pitch. Check swing, strike on the outside corner at Denise. 1-2 the count on Mejia, to be followed by Stephen Barron. And then back to the top of the order and Oscar Mercado. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball low, and that fills the count at 3-2. McGuire actually started this season at the AAA level, but with Buffalo in the International League as a member of the Blue Jays organization, his original club. 3-2 payoff pitch. Looped into right field. Drifting over towards right center a bit is Jared Walsh to make the catch, and out number 1. So Mejia retired. That'll bring up Stephen Barron, the catcher, hitting .208. 5 doubles, 5 runs batted in, 0 for 1 in the series. McGuire was 4-2 with Buffalo. 3.22 earned run average. Earned a promotion for Toronto, 4 appearances for the Blue Jays. First pitch low, ball 1, designated for assignment, claimed off waivers by Texas. He made 1 appearance for Round Rock on June 16th, gave up 5 runs on 5 hits with 4 walks and 1 homer, an inning and 2/3. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball inside, 2-0. Since joining the Angels, he'd been assigned to Salt Lake on several occasions, but due to necessities at the big league level and injuries, he kept getting recalled and stayed in the big leagues until now. 2-0 pitch on the way. That's lined into left field, and coming on is Ackley. He traps the ball out in left field. Sliding attempt by Ackley, but it bounced before it hit his glove. It'll be a base hit for Barron. So 1 on, 1 out for Oscar Mercado, who lined out to the shortstop Fontana. His first time up. So 1 on, 1 out. Infield double play depth. The pitch. Breaking ball. That's in for a strike. 0-1 the count. McGuire ready. The pitch. Mercado takes high. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-0 Redbirds here in the top half of the second. One ball, 1 strike the count on Mercado, the right-hander's pitch. Breaking ball low and outside. 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike. Luke Voigt, the first baseman, is on deck. Time called by home plate umpire Clayton Ham. Two balls, 1 strike to count on Mercado. McGuire's pitch. Fastball up and in. Mercado gets his chin out of the way just in time. 3-1 the count. Long look in by McGuire, who pitched for Memphis at one time in his career. There's a swing and a fly ball, left center field. Ackley going back onto the warning track at the wall. It's gone. Just clearing at about the 385 mark. Oscar Mercado with his 8th home run of the year. And now it's 5-0 Memphis. So the Redbirds jumping on top early here. A 3-run homer by Adolis Garcia. Now a 2-run homer by Oscar Mercado. And now here's Luke Boyd, who doubled his first time up. Home plate umpire Clayton Ham going out to the mound to break up the conversation. Well, the Bees will end up today either a half game ahead or a half game behind in the standings. And as of right now, there cannot be a tie, at least involving El Paso, in the division race. I'll explain why. The pitch inside of the knees, ball one. The game tonight at Colorado Springs has been rained out. It's the last game of the series, last game of the season between the two teams. And it will not be made up. There's a fastball strike. In at the knees, 1-1. So when the Bees are a half up, a loss, and they're a half down. Pitch swing and a miss to the pitch in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Tyler O'Neill, the designated hitter, due up next. Now the wind of the 1-2. Fastball up and in. 2-2 the count on Voit. Matter of fact, when McGuire is pitching for Memphis, he beat the Bees here May 26th of 2016, allowing 3 runs on 7 hits in 7 innings as the changeup misses inside for ball 3. 3-2 the count. Struck out 2 and walked 2. So full count again for McGuire. Second of the inning, the payoff pitch. Popped up foul over the roof behind home plate. So a full count on Voit. Big 6'3", 250-pound right-handed batter. The payoff pitch again. Fastball right down the middle. Strike 3 called. Voit was looking for something other than the fastball. So 2 outs. First strikeout for McGuire, and that'll bring up Tyler O'Neill, who walked and scored in the first. So 2 outs, nobody on the pitch. Fastball inside at the belt, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now McGuire deals. In for a strike, a 92-mile-per-hour fastball evens the count at a ball and a strike. 5-0 Memphis. We're in the second inning. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Good slider that time from McGuire. This game eerily similar to Tuesday's game when Memphis hit 3 homers in the first 2 innings to go up 4-0. There's a pitch pulled down the left field line, hooking foul just beyond the Memphis bullpen. Just 2 homers tonight, but 3 on base in the first, 2 on base in the second. Or check that. A 3-run homer in the first, a 2-run homer in the second. So 1-2 the count. Now McGuire's pitch. Tap foul behind home plate, and the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Now McGuire deals. Line over the glove of the leaping Theis down the right field side. Wall slides to knock it down. It goes off his feet. Trickles to the gate. That allows O'Neill to take the turn at second and advance to third. Jared Walsh racing over, trying to cut it off, and inadvertently kicked it into the corner, giving O'Neill an extra base. So now a runner at third with 2 out for Adolis Garcia, who drilled a home run off the train in left field his first time up with 2 men aboard. It'll go as a triple for O'Neill, his second of the year. McGuire's pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt, ball one. 1-0 the count. So now the 6-6 right-hander's pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt, blocked by Hudson, and the count's 1-2. McGuire's last outing was 4 days ago at home for the Angels against Houston out of the bullpen. 1 1/3 scoreless innings, allowed 1 hit, walked 2, and did not strike anybody out in the Angels' 14-5 win over the Astros. Now the 2-0 pitch to Garcia. Did he go around? No, says first base umpire J.J. January, and a fastball away. 3-0 the count. For the Bees, right-hander Ryan Clark starts to warm up. In the second inning, he's been used primarily as a closer as of late. 3-0 pitch. Fastball strike in under the letters, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike the count. Now McGuire's pitch. Fastball inside, and that's his second walk issued of the game. Runners are at first and third now with 2 outs, and the batter will be Max Schrock, who grounded out to the first baseman Theis. Pitching coach Eric Bennett going to the mound to talk with McGuire and buy some time for Clark down in the bullpen. So runners at first and third, 2 out, 2 in for Memphis here in the second inning. As we mentioned earlier, these have never won a series here at home against Salt Lake, or excuse me, against Memphis, and that goes back to the Stingers and even Buzz days. So already 2 mound visits officially for the Bees. You're allowed 6 in a game. Going out to the mound to make a pitching change does not count towards that total. So runners at first and third, 2 out. Hudson out in front of home plate with a defensive signal in case Garcia takes off, which is a possibility. He has 9 stolen bases this year, and he's only been caught once. McGuire's pitch. Change up outside, ball 1. So 1-0 the count. McGuire's throw to first, and back in standing is Garcia. 1-0 the count on Schrock. McGuire pitched collegiately at Georgia Tech. Freshman All-American in 08, All-American in 09. Pitched down low, 2-0. He was also the ACC Pitcher of the Year in the 2009 season. Two balls, no strikes the count. Now McGuire from the waist, the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off down the left field line into the upper deck, and the count's 2-1. The 2 balls, 1 strike the count. And Ryan Clark up in the Bees bullpen down the right field line as McGuire struggles. Now deck comes set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Instead, he steps off. McGuire last year, primarily at Double-A Pensacola in the Cincinnati system, did make 6 appearances, 2 starts for the Reds. 2 balls and a strike. There goes the runner at first, swinging a ground foul in between the coach's box and the bag at first. So Garcia puts on the brakes, turns around, and comes back to first base. Two balls, two strikes, the count on Schrock. Now McGuire ready. See if Garcia takes off again. He does not, and the 2-2 pitch is popped up. Shallow left center field, going out the shortstop. Fontana on the run, makes the catch to end the inning. All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. Bees have their work cut out for them, trailing 5-0. It'll be the bottom third of the order. Dustin Ackley, Joe Hudson, and Nolan Fontana due up to face right-hander Chris Ellis, who walked 3 in the first inning, but escaped unscathed. So here's Ackley hitting .313, 11 doubles, a triple, 3 homers, 31 runs batted in. Takes a fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Ackley 0 for 3 in the series, although he did drive in a run yesterday with a sacrifice fly. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball high, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count. Now Ellis's pitch. Breaking ball low and inside, and the count's 2-1. Ellis in his last outing lost at Colorado Springs, but it was just a 1-0 loss. 2-1 fastball is high. As a matter of fact, the last 2 times he's pitched, he's lost 1-0. So this run support early probably makes him feel pretty good. 3-1 pitch to Ackley. Popped up foul behind home plate, out of play. Fills the count at 3-2. At last outing against the Sky Sox, he gave up 1 run on 7 hits. The one run came in on a homer. Struck out a season-high 8 and did not walk a batter. 3-2 pitch to Ackley. That's lifted into right center field. Mercado drifting back. Has room in front of the track, though, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So Ackley retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up catcher Joe Hudson. Hitting .231. 1 double, 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. 18 home games left after tonight, so give your group an unforgettable experience with a Bees game at beautiful Smith's Ballpark. Enjoy our all-inclusive, fully catered menu in one of our 14 private picnic areas. Space is limited. Call 801-325-BEES. First pitch to Hudson is a breaking ball down low. Ball 1. Hudson 1 for 3 in the series. Now the 1-0 pitch. Fastball, strike on the inside corner at the belt. Evens the count at 1-1. Again, Nashville in for 4. AAA affiliate of Oakland, at least for the rest of this season. Likely won't be next year. The 1-1 pitch is fastball low, 2-1. A lot of speculation that Oakland will become the AAA affiliate of Las Vegas with the Mets leaving Sin City. 2-1 delivery. Hudson taps it foul behind home plate, 2-2. Ironically, that's where Nashville is now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Hudson. Right-handed batter acquired from Cincinnati on June 30th for cash considerations. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball low, and that fills the count at 3-2. Now the payoff pitch. Hudson chops one to the left side. Diving stop by Schrock to his left. From his knees, throws to first in time for the out. Heck of a play by Max Schrock, the third baseman. An all-out dive to his left to get to the ball. And then from his knees, threw it to Voit at first for the out. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Salt Lake second. That'll bring up Nolan Fontana, the shortstop, hitting .239. 11 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers, 24 runs batted in. Fontana 2 for 3 in the series with a big night last night, a triple and a homer. Shows bunt, takes a strike 0-1 with Schrock, the third baseman, playing back and towards the hole. No balls, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Lifted in the air down the left field line. Ravelo towards the corner into foul territory. Has room in front of the railing and makes the catch to end the inning. All right, we go to the third. 5-0 Memphis. Operation Lifesaver reminds you to be safe at railroad crossings by obeying all signs and signals. Never go around the lowered gates or through the flashing lights. Always wait until the lights stop flashing before crossing the tracks. Remember, when you see tracks, think train. For the Bees, new pitcher is Ryan Clark. Clark is on for his 24th appearance in 28 2/3 innings. He's allowed 42 hits, 30 runs, all earned, struck out 24, walked 17. Clark 1-1 with a 9.42 ERA. PCL batting .347 against the 6'5" right-hander from Johnson City, New York, who's been used as a closer recently. Saves in 4 of his last 5 appearances. It comes on in the third here to face Ronhel Ravelo, who doubled his first time up. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Final line for Deck McGuire, 2 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 walks, a strikeout, and 2 home runs. Now the 0-1 to Ravelo. Low and outside, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Third inning update of the out-of-town scoreboard. Reno just hit New Orleans with 4 in the 6th. They're still batting and now lead at New Orleans 6-3. 1-1 pitch. Into the dirt, 2-1 the count. Albuquerque trails at Oklahoma City 1-0 in the 6th. In the 7th. After 6 innings, it's only a 1-0 game, but Oklahoma City has 10 hits. Albuquerque just 1. Round Rock leads Tacoma 2-1. The Rainiers trying to snap an 8-game losing streak. 2-1 pitch on the way is high. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Getting underway in about 10-12 minutes or so. The Iowa at Fresno. Las Vegas hosting Nashville, and Omaha visiting Sacramento. Again, El Paso at Colorado Springs washed out. Will not be made up. 3-1 pitches, rip foul. Skips off the bullpen mound into the stands. The count's full at 3-2. On the big league board, the Angels outlasted the White Sox 12-8. In a game that saw 9 home runs hit, 6 of them by Chicago. 1 of them, though, for the Angels in the 7th inning. I believe it was the first major league hit for Francisco Arcia, who was called up. 3-2 pitch, strike 3 called in at the knees, 1 out. Ravelo caught looking. That'll bring up Wilfredo Tovar, who grounded to third, his first time up. He also drove in a run with a hit later in the inning, later in the game. Arcia becomes the first Angel ever to have 4 runs batted in his major league debut. That with his first call-up coming in his 12th professional season. Congratulations, Francisco Arcia. First pitch to Tovar. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Top of the 9th in Pittsburgh. The Mets lead the Pirates 11-5. Pittsburgh had an 11-game winning streak snapped yesterday. The 0-1 pitch. Strike in at the knees, 0-2. They're going to the 9th in Baltimore. Tampa Bay leading the Orioles 4-3. Headed to the 9th in New York. Yankees lead Kansas City 7-2. Zach Britton making his Yankees debut tonight. The 0-2 to Tovar. Fouled first base side over the roof. After 7.5 in Cincinnati, the Phillies lead the Reds 8-4. Bottom of the 8th in Miami, the Marlins trail Washington 6-3. Going to the bottom of the 9th in Boston, the Twins lead the Red Sox 2-1. Another 0-2 pitch to Tovar from Clark, swinging a ground ball toward short. Bobbled by Fontana, but recovers and throws to first, pulling Theis off the bag. Safe is Tovar. That little bit of a bobble cost Fontana as he barehanded it off the bobble. Probably didn't get a great grip on it, and the throw to the home plate side of first pulled Theis off the bag. So runner at first, 1 out for Alex Mejia, who flied out to right, his first time up. In the 8th inning at Atlanta, the Dodgers lead the Braves 8-0. right-hander's pitch. Fastball, strike in at the knees. 0-1 the count. Sixth inning in Texas. The Rangers trail Oakland 6-5. Brewers and Giants start in about 20 minutes. And earlier today, the Cubs got 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth on an Anthony Rizzo home run to beat the Diamondbacks 7-6. Toss to first, and the runner is back. One strike the count on Mejia. Infield double play, depth the pitch. Fouled. Behind home plate, and the count on Mejia 0-2. Not sure if that rattled off the shin guard of the catcher Hudson or the home plate umpire Ham. What we do know is the count is 2 strikes. Now Clark, the shoulder high set, the right-hander ready. Here's the 0-2. Instead, the turn of the toss to first, and Tovar is back. Tovar, a stolen base threat. He has 10. He's been caught twice. Nothing in 2 the count. Clark's pitch. Again, the throw to first instead. Clark's last outing was last Sunday in Tacoma. Pitched a scoreless 9th inning to earn the save against the Rainiers. And 2 on Mejia. Stephen Barron, the catcher, on deck. Clark ready. The 0-2. There goes the runner. Pitch out called. Throw to second base, and Tovar is an easy out at second. Head first slide right into the tag of the second baseman Coward. Pitch out call as they smelled that one coming, and Hudson's throw was right on the money. So now 2 outs, nobody on base, and a count of 1-2 on Mejia. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Clark stretches and delivers. Breaking ball into the dirt, 2-2 the count. Three-run first, 2-run second for Memphis. It's 5-0 Redbirds. Some wheeling and dealing going on today in baseball, 5 days before the trade deadline. The 2-2 pitch, grounded foul. Of course, the Angels trading Martin Maldonado in division for a Class A ball prospect, left-handed 21-year-old pitcher Patrick Sandoval. Pretty impressive numbers. 7-1 at Quad City, 2.49 ERA, 2-0 at Wees Creek, was a high A team. Here's a swing and a 2-hopper to short. Fontana handles that one, throws to first, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. 1 error, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's Memphis 5, the Bees nothing on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the bottom of the third inning. 5-0 in favor of Memphis. Don't forget Tuesdays here at Smith's Ballpark are Taco Tuesdays. You can get 2 tacos for only $2 at all Cafe Olé stands. The next Taco Tuesday, August 14th, when the Bees host El Paso at 7:05. Top of the order for the Bees, Michael Hermosillo to lead things off. Walked, advanced as far as third, but was stranded there in the first inning. Hermosillo takes a breaking ball, low and outside, ball 1. He'll be followed by Matt Theis and then Taylor Ward. Hermosillo comes into this game with back-to-back 2-hit contests. The 1-0 pitch, skied to center field. Oscar Mercado to his left towards the alley is there, and he'll glove it for out number 1. So Hermosillo retired, 1 away. Brings up Matt Theis, who fouled out to the third baseman Schrock, who made a nice catch over the railing at third. Back in the first inning. Theis has hit safely in his last 3 games. Now the pitch. Swing at a fastball and a foul. Straight back into the screen for strike 1. No balls. 1 strike the count. In Nashville in for 4 all-night games, including Sundays. The 0-1 pitch, changeup over for a strike, 0-2. The last 3 Sunday home games this year for the Bees will all be 6:05 starts. No balls, 2 strikes. Ellis's pitch. Popped up down the left field line. Ravelo coming towards the stripe, stops in fair territory and makes the shoulder high grab for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Taylor Ward, who walked his first time up. Had 3 hits on Tuesday, did Taylor. His 10th game this season since joining the Bees. 3 hits or more. That's 10 out of 45. First pitch. Breaking ball, strike in at the knees, 0-1. Nice conversation with Taylor today that they'll hear on the Angels radio pregame show on Sunday before their game against Seattle. The 0-1 pitch, Ward takes low for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Ellis acquired from Atlanta in a 4-player deal. He was originally drafted by the Angels in 2014 in the 3rd round out of Ole Miss. 1-1 fastball, low and inside, ball 2, but he was traded to Atlanta by the Angels along with Eric Ibar, the trade that got the Angels Andrelton Simmons and Jose Brasino. 2-1 pitch on the way. Ward lines one out of the reach of the second baseman Mejia, diving to his left, and Ward's on board with a 2-out single. First Bees hit of the night. So Taylor now 5 for 9 in the series, and that'll bring up Jared Walsh, who flied out to left, his first time up. Walsh trying to get going here with the Bees. Just 1 hit in his last 12 at-bats. So 2 out, a runner at first base. Fouls this one back again. Walsh, 21 homers this year at A and AA combined, but is yet to go deep as a member of the Bees. 0-1 the count on Walsh. Ward at first with 2 outs, 5-0 Memphis. Now Ellis's pitch. There goes Ward, swinging a foul. Back to the base of the screen, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 homers for Memphis. The second home run was the 3,700th allowed by Salt Lake pitching in franchise history. The Bats need 4 more to reach 3,500. The 0-2. Change up high, 1-2. Yep, in 25 years between the Twins and the Angels affiliations, Salt Lake has allowed 204 more home runs than they've hit. Surprising with some of the power the team has had over the years. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball inside at the knees, 2-2. Although it's been fairly lopsided the last 3 or 4 years prior to this, as far as home runs for and against, with the heavy side being against. 2-2 on Walsh. Ellis's pitch. Swinging a ground ball, base hit right field. Ward had to dance to get out of the way, can only advance to second base, as he had to skip rope to keep that one from hitting him in the leg. So Walsh on board with a single, and the Bees have 2 runners on with 2 outs for Jose Fernandez, who walked his first time up. Fernandez comes in with 4 hits in his last 2 games. Well, as start of the year, the Memphis pitcher at AA Springfield, 15 appearances, 7 starts, and a 4-0 record, plus a couple of saves. Ellis's pitch to Fernandez. Strike in at the knees, 0-1. Mentioned Ellis was originally drafted by the Angels. Appeared in 9 games, 2 starts that draft year, 2014 with the Orem Owls. 0-1 record. The 0-1 to Fernandez, ground ball right field. That's in for a base hit. Here comes Ward around third. The stop sign is up, which is a shame because Garcia, the right fielder, overran the ball. But by the time it was realized, it was too late. So now bases loaded, 2 out for Caleb Cowart. Similar situation as the first. Caleb popped up on a 2-0 pitch. Again, Garcia has a great arm, and he was charging in on that ball. It was wise of Keith to put up the stop sign. Just can't anticipate Garcia overrunning it. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Ellis's pitch. Change up high, ball 1. 3 straight 2-out hits for the Bees have loaded them up. As catcher Stephen Barron makes his way to the mound to talk things over with the pitcher Ellis. So again, Francisco Arcia was called up. Dick McGuire and backup catcher Alexis Olmeda added to the Bees roster, and Ben Revere was released. Ben hitting .277 while he was here. Now the 1-0 pitch to Caleb. Ground ball foul up the first base side. The count's even, a 1-1 strike. Arcia today became the 7th Bee to make their major league debut this year. Joining Jose Brasino, Jose Fernandez, David Fletcher, Michael Hermosillo, Justin Anderson, Jaime Barria, and Jake Jewell. The 1-1 pitch to Cowart. Popped up, shallow center. Tovar out, going out, and it drops in for a base hit. In to score Ward. Walsh will score. Safe at third is Fernandez, and the Bees are on the board at 5-2. Bang, bang play at third, but umpire Derek Eaton looked and realized that the third baseman, Schrock, had lost control of the baseball, but Stubby Clamp's going to go out and argue anyway. Tovar, the shortstop, going out. The center fielder, Mercado, coming in, but Mercado is playing too deep, and Tovar could not make the back to the infield over the shoulder catch. So Cowart drives in a pair. He's at second base to make it a 5-2 game. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. See if they rule that a single and second on the throw or a double. Either way, 2 runs are across, and the Bees are back to within 3. And now Dustin Ackley comes to the plate, representing the potential tying run. Ackley flied out to Mercado in center field, his first time up. The runners at second and third, 2 outs. For Cowart, his 40th and 41st runs batted in this year. Ellis ready, and the first pitch to Ackley. Change up down the middle for a strike, 0-1. That was ruled a single for Cowart, with second on the throw. So 0-1 on Ackley as Ellis comes set and delivers a fastball high, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Another move today that we'll tell you about after the 1-1 pitch. Low and inside, a nice save by Barron to prevent a wild pitch. 2-1 the count. Oliver Drake, who was designated for assignment by the Angels, was claimed off waivers today by the Toronto Blue Jays. Two balls and a strike the count on Ackley, the pitch. Sliced foul down the left field line into the upper deck. Nice catch by the fan in the second row. Evens the count at 2-2. Barehanded it with both hands. Kind of an over-the-shoulder grab. Now the 2-2 to Ackley. Pulled foul in between the coach's box and the bag at first. So we'll do it again at 2-2. The Bees get the 2 runs back they relinquished in the second inning, so they trail by 3 at 5-2. Now the pitch. Breaking ball low and inside. Fills the count at 3-2, and a wide one here would load the bases for Joe Hudson. Three balls, 2 strikes. Fernandez on at third. Coward at second after his 2-run single. Ellis ready. The payoff pitch to Ackley. Low and inside with a curveball. He walked him. That's a season high 4 walks now. Issued by Ellis. So now bases loaded, 2 outs as 5 straight batters have reached after there were 2 down and nobody on base. Here's Joe Hudson. Robbed of a hit by the diving third baseman Max Schrock his last time up. Hudson with an RBI single in his only at bat with the bases loaded since joining the Bees. First pitch. Breaking ball, strike in at the knees, 0-1. Hudson has hit safely in 6 of the 8 games he has started for the Bees. 0-1 the count. Infield back, outfield straight away. Ellis ready, the 0-1. Fastball high and outside, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Memphis. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Bees. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a tap foul on a changeup behind home plate. 1-2. Some action now beginning to stir down in the Memphis bullpen. As a right-hander starts to loosen up. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Joe Hudson. Now Ellis ready, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. He struck him out for the second time in 3 innings. The Bees leave the bases loaded, but they do score 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 3 runners were left on base. We'll head to the 4th. It's Memphis 5, the Bees 2 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the 4th inning. 5-2 the score in favor of Memphis. Ryan Clark out to begin his second inning of work. It'll be Stephen Barron, Oscar Mercado, and Luke Voigt due up to face Clark here in the 4th inning. Don't forget, tomorrow night is country night here at Smith's Ballpark. Break out your cowboy boots and hat and get a little country. Stick around for country music-themed fireworks show after the game as the Bees take on Nashville at 6:35. So here's Stephen Barron, who singled and scored in the second inning. Clark's first pitch is outside, ball 1. Barron faced the Bees in 2015 and last year as a member of the Tacoma Rainiers. Signed as a free agent by St. Louis in December. 1-0 pitch to Barron. Fastball low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Memphis. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Bees. Infield back, outfield straight away for the right-handed hitting Barron. First round pick of the Mariners in 2009. The 2-0 pitch. Barron takes a fastball high, and that's ball 3. 3-0 the count. Barron did get a brief call-up earlier this year with St. Louis. 1 hit in 5 at-bats in 2 games played. 3-0 delivery. At the knees, over the plate for a strike, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike on Barron. Great defensive catcher, a career caught stealing rate of the minor leagues at over 40%. 3-1 pitch from Clark. Swing and a fastball into the glove of the catcher Hudson on a foul tip, and that fills the count at 3-2. Barron also appeared in 4 games for the Mariners in 2015. And Angels winners today, 12-8, despite giving up 6 home runs. The 3-2 pitch. Foul back. Nick Tropiano got the win as a starter and gave up 5 homers. Only the second starter in Angels history to give up 5 homers and win. Willie Frazier was the other back in the late 80s. So a full count on Stephen Barron at 3-2. Hudson, the sign down and the target up. The 3-2 pitch. Popped up foul behind home plate. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Oscar Mercado, Luke Voigt to follow. And Nashville in all-night games, 6:35 tomorrow night and Saturday night due to fireworks shows. 6:05 on Sunday, and then 7:05 for the series finale on Monday. The 3-2 again to Barron, swinging a 2-hopper to short, backing up on it Fontana. Fields in short left, throws into the dirt, scooped up by Theis for the out. Nicely done. Theis with the scoop, and again, that ball, a high hopper, forced Montana back. And had to kind of throw from his heels from the outfield grass. So 1 out. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado, who had a 2-run homer his last time up. Next Tuesday will be an off day for travel. And the Bees will begin a 3-game series in Des Moines against the Iowa Cubs next Wednesday. 3 in Iowa, followed by 4 in Omaha to wrap up interconference play for 2018. First pitch to Mercado, a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. 5-2 Redbirds here in the 4th. Now Clark's pitch. Mercado fouls it off into the upper deck first base side. The count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Tonight's injury report presented by University of Utah Health. There's only one U. Be treated that way. Visit uofuhealth.org/bees. Chris Bryant back on the Cubs disabled list with left shoulder inflammation. So he'll be out for a little bit. Steven Strasburg was supposed to start for Washington today, but he's now out and on the DL. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Clark, 2 down. Brings up Luke Voigt, who has doubled and taken a call, 3rd strike. Strasburg dealing with a pinched nerve in his neck, so he did not make the start against Miami tonight. So 2 outs, nobody on base for the right-hand hitting Voigt. Mentioned 6'3", 255. Biggins and his family. His brother John plays football for the Army. Here's a swing and a shot up the alley in left center field. That's going to get down and go to the wall. Hermosillo tracks it down and on to second base. Here's Voigt with his second double of the game. First hit surrendered by Clark. And so now Voigt is at second base with 2 outs. That'll bring up Tyler O'Neill, who walked and scored in the first inning. Tripled to right his last time up, but was stranded at third. And that's going to get some action going now in the Salt Lake bullpen. Right-hander Ivan Pinheiro starts to loosen up. So on at second base, Voigt with 2 outs. Now Clark's pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away into the dirt off the back wall, and by the time Hudson gets it and looks towards third, it was too late. So the count on O'Neill 0-1, but Voigt advances to third. That double by Voigt, the 7th hit of the night for Memphis. 5 of them have been for extra bases. Nope. 6 of them have been for extra bases. There's only been 1 single, and that was by Stephen Barron in the second. 3 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers. So no balls, 1 strike the pitch. Breaking ball into the dirt, smothered by the catcher Hudson, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So Pinheiro working in the bullpen down the right field line. 1 ball, 1 strike the count on O'Neill, with Voigt now at third. Clark ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. O'Neill tried to hold up, but could not check it in time. So the count's 1-2. That was, by the way, ruled a wild pitch that advanced Voigt to third. One ball, two strikes. Now Clark, the shoulder high, set the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a fastball, he got him. Third strikeout for Ryan Clark. No runs, one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Memphis 5, the Bees 2 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It's a 5-2 ball game in favor of Memphis. Big day today for the Angels and for former Bee Francisco Arcia, who made it to the big leagues for the first time first time in his career in his 12th professional season. And the first pitch to Fontana is in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, one strike the count. More on that in a moment. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and the count's 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Fontana flied out to the left fielder Ravelo in foul territory. His first time up. The 0-2. Fastball low and outside. 1-2 the count. Fontana to be followed by Michael Hermosillo and Matt Theis. Ellis winds the 1-2. Fastball up high. 2-2 the count. He's getting on the board with a pair last inning, but twice so far in this game they left the bases loaded. 2-2 to Fontana. Breaking ball just missed inside. Ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. Now the payoff pitch. Way up high, ball 4, and Fontana is on board with a leadoff walk. So a runner at first base, nobody out for Michael Hermosillo. Walked and fly to center field his first time up. For Chris Ellis, that is his 5th walk issued. Very unusual for Ellis, who had only walked 10 in 45 1/3 innings coming in. First pitch to Michael, breaking ball, strike in at the knees, 0-1. So no balls, one strike the count. Fontana the lead at first. The pitch, Hermosillo, bat handle looper into shallow left field. That's going to land on the lawn for a base hit. Fontana will stop at second base. So Hermosillo on with a single. Runners at first and second base with nobody out for Matt Theis, who's fouled out and flied out in his 2 plate appearances. So now the Bees have Theis at the plate, representing the potential tying run. Ellis, though, coming into the game, has allowed only 3 home runs this year. At the AAA level, there's a swing and a foul behind home plate, strike 1. No balls, one strike. There's a pitch, grounded foul. No balls, one strike the count. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Theis. Now Ellis's pitch. Fastball up high, 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes on Theis. There's a pitch foul back out of play, and the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fontana at second, Hermosillo at first. Nobody out. Ellis is set. And the right-hander's pitch. Tap towards the mound. Ellis has it, turns, throws to second for one. Relay to first, double play. Fontana advances to third on the play, but a 1-6-3 double play puts a crimp in the Bees' rally attempt here in the fourth inning. So runner at third, 2 out. That'll bring up Taylor Ward, who has walked and singled. Scored a run so far tonight. So runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch into the dirt gets away from Barron. And strolling home from third is Fontana with the third run of the night for Salt Lake. A wild pitch scores Fontana, and it's now Memphis 5 and the Bees 3. For Ellis, that's his third wild pitch of the season. And it brings home a run, so now the bases are empty with 2 outs and a 1-ball count on Taylor Ward. The pitch grounded sharply but foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third. He evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ivan Pinheiro back up in the Bees bullpen down the right field line, getting ready to come in the 5th inning. The 1-1 pitch to Taylor. Curved ball just misses low, ball 2, and it didn't miss by much. Not much of a breeze right now here at Smith's Ballpark as Old Glory hangs limp on the flagpole and left. The 2-1 offering. Check swing and a curveball strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Jared Walsh, the right fielder, on deck. Now the wind by Ellis, the 2-2. Fastball inside at the knees, ball 3. Fills the count on Ward at 3-2. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Memphis. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Bees. 3-2 payoff pitch to Ward. Low and outside, he walked him. So runner at first, 2 outs. Here's Jared Walsh, who's 1 for 2. Singled and scored his last time up. So runner at first base, 2 outs, and the batter is Walsh. So now he stands in as the potential tying run. Walsh snapping a 1 for 12 string with a ground ball single to right his last time up. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back over the roof for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. Ward at first, 9 stolen bases in 10 tries since joining the Bees. He was 8 for 9 at Double-A Mobile. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a foul off the top of the screen behind home plate. And the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Walsh, who was hitting .275 in 40 games at Inland Empire when he was promoted to Mobile. Hit .289 in 41 games there. Second baseman Mejia, 15 feet out into right field. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 5th inning. The Bees have closed the gap to 2. It's now a 5-3 Memphis lead. And right-hander Ivan Pinheiro comes on to pitch for the Bees. For Ivan, his 19th appearance of the year, his 6th visit out of the bullpen. In 78 1/3 innings, he's allowed 113 hits, 70 runs, 67 of them earned, struck out 62 and walked 24. Pinheiro 4-7 with a 7.70 earned run average. BCL batting .342 against the right-hander Ivan Pinheiro. Adolis Garcia to lead things off here in the 5th. Takes a strike hit at the knees, 0-1. Garcia with a 3-run homer in the first. He walked in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Pitch to Garcia. Swing and a tap towards third. Charging his Ward. Gloves it on a belt high bounce. Throws wild to first base, though, off the glove of the first baseman Theis and rolling into foul territory. So a runner at first base. See how they rule that one. Probably a throwing error on Taylor Ward. So runner at first base, nobody out as that throw tailed in towards the runner and off the glove of the first baseman Theis. So runner at first base, nobody out for Max Schrock, who's 0 for 2. Popped to short his last time up. That will be an error on Ward. Piñeiro's last outing was on the 21st, last Saturday at Tacoma. Pitched 4 scoreless innings in relief to get the win over the Rainiers. The pitch. Breaking ball strike on the inside corner at the knees to Max Schrock, who's grounded out and popped up. Shift on, even with a runner at first base for Schrock. The shortstop Fontana on the first base side of second. The 0-1 pitch is lined over the shift and into right field for a base hit. Taking the turn is Garcia. The throw to third, cut off. And so now the Redbirds are in business, looking to lengthen their lead again. Runners at first and third with nobody out. Brings up Rodhel Ravela, who has doubled and taken a called third strike. Visit any R.C. Willey location and enter to win the best seats in the house for a future Bees game. While you're there, check out their Magnolia Home Collection by Joanna Gaines. R.C. Willey, your home, your way. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees defensive alignment. Dustin Ackley in left, Michael Hermosillo in center, Jared Walsh in right. Taylor Ward at third, Nolan Fontana at short, Caleb Coward at second, Matt Theis at first. Ivan Piñeiro pitching, Joe Hudson catching. Pitch to Ravelo, a strike in at the knees, 0-1. Final line for Ryan Clark, 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit, no runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and a wild pitch. So 0-1 the count, the infield double play depth. They'll take 2 outs in exchange for a run on the ground ball if they can. Breaking ball from Piñeiro in the dirt evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. These were down 5-0. They've closed the gap to 5-3, but Memphis threatening to add to their lead now with runners at the corners and nobody out. The 1-1 pitch. Sky down the right field line, drifting towards the short porch, but it goes foul, back out of play. So the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count. This is where Piñeiro could use a strikeout. Piñeiro, the long look in, ready. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Throw to second base. Now the throw to third. They've got the runner hung up between third and home. Ward, pump fake, now shovels to the catcher. Hudson, who applies the tag for the out. With Schrock advancing to third. So a strike him out, throw him out, double play as it turns out. With Garcia thrown out. 2, 4, 5, 2. So 2 outs and a runner at third. And the batter will be Wilfredo Tovar, who reached out in errors last time up. So runner at third, 2 down now for Tovar. Piñeiro's pitch waved at and missed. Way out in front of it was Tovar on an off-speed pitch. 0-1 the count. Pending medical reviews, it looks like the Texas Rangers are going to send Cole Hamels to the Cubs. The 0-1 pitch, low and inside, knocked down by the catcher Hudson, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count on Tovar. Now Pinero's pitch. Swing and a miss, and a pitch in the dirt. Rolls away from Hudson, but not far enough for Schrock to try to score from third base. So now the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caught stealing, 2-4-5-2, by the way, on Garcia. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 5-3 Memphis here in the 5th. Now Pinheiro from the waist, the 1-2. Bounces one in, blocked by Hudson, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schrock does get credit for a stolen base. It's second. He advanced to third on the rundown. Now the 2-2 pitch. Sliced foul out of play down the right field line. I'm not 100% sold on whether that should be a stolen base or not. But Schrock gets one. That's his 8th of the year in 13 tries. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Pinheiro's pitch. Swing and a miss, and a fastball. He struck him out. Great job by Pinheiro, escaping a first and third, nobody out situation. All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th as the Bees able to keep it at a 2-run deficit. It'll be Jose Fernandez, Caleb Coward, and Dustin Ackley due up to face right-hander Chris Ellis. Saturday, July 28th is Superhero Night with fireworks here at the ballpark. Come meet your favorite superheroes and villains as they walk the concourse and participate in on-field contests. First pitch to Fernandez inside, ball 1. Stick around after the game and watch a special superhero-themed fireworks show. That's Saturday night at 6:35 against Nashville. 1-0 pitch to Fernandez, a breaking ball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down and in, and the count's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to count. Now Ellis's pitch. Into the dirt, 2-2. Activity now once again with the right-hander throwing in the Memphis bullpen. Two fastball foul back. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Memphis defensive alignment. Rangel Ravelo in left, Oscar Mercado in center, and Adolis Garcia in right. We'll give you the infield in a moment. But Chris Ellis is ready and winds to deliver his 2-2 pitch. Bad handle looper into right field, caught by the second baseman Mejia, who got a head start. He was playing about 20 feet out of the right field grass. If he's playing a regular second base, that one drops in for a hit. So Fernandez retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Caleb Cowart, who blooped a 2-run single into center field his last time up. Max Schrock at third, Wilfredo Tovar at short. Alex Mejia at second, Luke Voigt at first. Chris Ellis pitching, Stephen Barron catching. First pitch to Caleb. Strike, off speed and over in at the knees. 0-1 the count. 0 balls, 1 strike the count. I believe that's Andrew Morales throwing in the bullpen. The 0-1 pitch is popped up foul, third base side, into the upper deck. So the count on Coward, 0-2. 0 balls, 2 strikes the count. The pitch way up high for a ball, 1-2 the count on Caleb. Dustin Ackley is due up next. Memphis 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second to go up 5-0. Bees cutting into it with 2 in the third and 1 in the fourth. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Cowart. Ellis winds the pitch. Curve into the dirt. 2-2 the count. Ellis working deep into counts, having walked 5 batters. Season high 104 pitches in his last start. Here's number 100 tonight. Swinging a ground ball foul outside the coach's box at first. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Caleb. That single and 2 RBIs in the third gives Caleb 14 hits in his last 10 games with 7 runs batted in. Now the 2-2 pitch to Cowart. Ground ball back of Furs. Gloved by Voigt. He'll take it 4 steps to the bag for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Dustin Ackley, who's flied to center and walked in his 2 plate appearances. And tomorrow night, game 1 against Nashville. Griffin Canning 0-2 for the Bees against Raul Alcantara 4-2 for the Nashville Sounds. First pitch to Ackley. Fouled back out of play. That's strike 1. So 0-1 the count on the left-handed batter. Next pitch. Fastball outside. Evens the count on Ackley. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the wind by Ellis. The pitch. Fastball strike. Get it to knees. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Now Ellis's pitch. Check swing on a pitch in the dirt, rolls away from the catcher Barron. Ackley going to first late, gets thrown out by Plenty. So 3 up, 3 down go the Bees, and through 5. Here at Smith's Ballpark, it's Memphis 5, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. Top of the 6th inning here at Smith's Ballpark. Steve Klauke with you. 5-3 Memphis. It'll be Alex Mejia, Stephen Barron, and Oscar Mercado to face right-hander Ivan Pinheiro, who begins his 2nd inning in relief. With new Denny's on-demand online ordering, you can now enjoy your Denny's wherever you want. New Denny's on-demand online ordering. Whatever, whenever, and now wherever. Order now at Denny's.com. Alex Mejia's fly to right and grounded to short. First pitch takes high, ball 1. So 1-0 the count on the right-handed batter. Now Pinheiro's pitch fouled off the screen in front of the first base dugout, and the count's even at 1-1. 6th inning update of the out-of-town scoreboard. Down in the Big Easy, New Orleans retaking the lead over Reno 7-6. That game's in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 9th at Round Rock, Tacoma trails the Express 4-2. Swing and a miss on a 91-mile-per-hour fastball, 1-2 the count. So Tacoma's going to need a big 9th inning rally to avoid their 9th straight loss. 4th inning at Fresno, the Grizzlies are on top of Iowa 1-0. 1-2 pitches pulled toward short, backhanded by Fontana, slips and falls, and safe at first is Mejia. Fontana, backhand of the ball, was getting himself into position to throw, but fell down on his backside. An infield hit for Mejia. That'll bring up Stephen Barron, who's 1 for 2. Las Vegas hit Nashville with a 5-run first, and now in the 3rd lead the Sounds 5-0. Former Bee Drew Gagnon, the starting pitcher for the 51s tonight. 3rd inning at Sacramento, River Cats at Omaha tied at 3. Oklahoma City knocks off Albuquerque 4-1. And that did go final. 4-2. The pitch. There goes the runner. It's pop foul. First base side out of play. No balls, 1 strike the count on Stephen Barron. Mejia back at first base. Now Pinheiro's pitch low for a ball, evens the count at 1-1. Pitch outside, throw to first, save. Just getting back in was Mejia. Vice was maybe a step in front of the bag and took a little extra to go back and swing that tag around. That may have cost them the out. Hard to say. It's close. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fastball foul back into the screen. Evens the count at 2-2. And El Paso at Colorado Springs washed out. It won't be made up. On the big league board, the Angels beat the White Sox 12-8. Francisco Arcia in his major league debut. A homer and 4 runs batted in. Well, he tried to hide it, but that smile on his face rounding third base was priceless. 2-2 pitch swing and a miss and a slow breaking ball. He struck him out. Third strikeout for Pinheiro, the 7th for Bees pitching in the ball game. So 1 out. That'll bring up Oscar Mercado 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer in the second inning. Bottom of the 8th at Arlington, the red-hot Oakland A's leading at Texas 7-5. Third inning in San Francisco, the Giants are up on the Brewers 2-1. Brewers have struggled of late. Now the first pitch to Mercado, he bunts foul first base side. Looked like he was trying a push bunt to the first base side of the mound. With the second baseman cowered back, if he gets it by Pinheiro, he's got a hit. 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th give the Cubs a 7-6 win over Arizona. Anthony Rizzo's home run wins it. Mets doubled up the Pirates in Pittsburgh 12-6. 0-1 the count. Throw to first, runners back. Yankees 7, Kansas City 2. Final score from New York. Tampa Bay holds on to win at Baltimore 4-3. Washington wallops Miami 10-3 down in South Florida. Twins edge the White Sox 2-1 at Fenway. Fernando Rodney with his 22nd save. The 0-1 pitch, low and outside, 1-1. Phillies roll over the Reds in Cincinnati 9-4. And the Dodgers pound the Braves in Atlanta 8-2. Here it's 5-3 Memphis in the 6th. The 1-1 pitch into the dirt, blocked by Hudson, and the count's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count on the right-hand hitting Oscar Mercado, a second round pick in 2013 out of Tampa, Florida. Pinheiro ready, the 2-1. Ground ball up the middle, past second base into center field. Stopping at second base is Mejia. So runners at first and second now for Memphis with only 1 out. That is hit number 10 for the Redbirds. So now here's Luke Voigt, who's 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles. So once again, Ivan Pinheiro finds himself in a jam. Runners at first and second base. 1 out, and now the catcher Hudson out to the mound to have a word with Pinheiro. I believe that's official mound visit number 3 for the Bees. They'll have 3 left. So 2 on, 1 out here in the 6th inning. These pitchers have had 1 3-batter inning, but no true 3-up, 3-down inning. Pinheiro's pitch. Check swing foul that rolls behind home plate. 1 strike the count. Oh, and 1 the count of the right-handed batter. Who has 4 hits in this series, and they've all been for extra bases. 2 doubles, a triple, and a homer. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball high, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The Yankees acquired pitcher Jay Happ from Toronto today. Milwaukee picked up reliever Joakim Soria from the White Sox for a pair of prospects. The 1-1 pitch. Strike, get at the knees, 1-2. Mentioned earlier, Francisco Arcia homered in his major league debut today. 4 of the last 7 to make their major league debut as a catcher for the Angels has homered in their first games. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball low, 2-2 the count. Arcia, Jose Brasino earlier this year. In the past, Carlos Perez, and in 2006, Mike Napoli. Might not remember, but he began as a catcher. In fact, in 2006, the season began. The 2 catchers were Jeff Mathis and Mike Napoli. Swing and a miss, and a breaking ball away. He struck him out, a 76-mile-per-hour delivery. So 2 outs. That'll bring up Tyler O'Neill, who has walked, tripled, and struck out. So runners at first and second base, 2 down. Morales back up in the Memphis bullpen, getting ready to come on in the bottom of the 6th, it would appear. First pitch swinging. O'Neill comes up empty on a breaking ball. That's strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Aaron Judge sustained a chip fracture of the right wrist, hit by a pitch tonight. No surgery has been recommended. It'll be about 3 weeks before Judge can even swing a bat again. In a game situation, there's a changeup high, ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Now the pitch. Low and inside. 2-1 the count on O'Neill. Round Rock finished off Tacoma 4-2. The Rainiers have lost 3 in a row. Of course, the middle 3, those losses to the Bees over the weekend at Cheney Stadium. 2-1 delivery, breaking ball low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. A wide one here would load the bases for Garcia. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch low and outside. He walked him. First walk issued by Pinheiro, and now the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Adolis Garcia, who had a 3-run homer earlier in the game. He's since walked and reached on a throwing error. And now Eric Bennett, the pitching coach, going to the mound. Maybe a refresher course on Garcia, who's 0 for 7 this year with the bases loaded. So Mejia to third, Mercado to second base, and O'Neill to first. Just a reminder that Saturday, August 11th is Princess Night here at the ballpark. Come meet and take pictures with your favorite princesses. Stick around after the game and watch a special fireworks show. That's Saturday, August 11th, when the Bees take on Tacoma at 6:35. So Eric Bennett's visit is now mound visit number 4. Only 2 left for the Bees with over 3 innings to go. So bases loaded, 2 out. The pitch, change up a little bit high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Garcia. Infield back, outfield straight away. Pinheiro ready with a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss to the slider, 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Garcia, right-handed batter. The 1-1. Swing and a fly ball, right field. That's trouble. Walsh going back, and it is gone. A grand slam. Adolis Garcia with an opposite field line drive, bases loaded blast. And the Redbirds break it open. They lead it 9-3. Garcia's first hit this year with the bases loaded. He now has 7 runs batted in this game. A 3-run homer in the first inning, and now a grand slam here in the 6th. Max Schrock, the batter, he's 1 for 3. Fastball strike on the inside corner to knee. He's 0-1. Next pitch is in the dirt. Evens the count on Schrock at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike pitch. That's lined into right field, but Jared Walsh is there and up on his tiptoes, gloves it to end the inning, but the damage has already been done. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Memphis 9, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. Well, the Bees really have their work cut out for them now. The grand slam by Garcia makes it 9-3 in favor of Memphis. A new pitcher is on for the Redbirds, right-hander Andrew Morales on to pitch for the 33rd time this year. In 44 1/3 innings, he's allowed 37 hits, 19 runs, 18 of them earned, struck out 55, walked 19. Morales 1-2 with a 3.65 ERA in the PCL, batting .223 against the right-hander Andrew Morales. Joe Hudson, Nolan Fontana, Michael Hermosillo do up. First pitch misses for ball 1. Chris Ellis went 5 innings. He allowed 5 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. 3 strikeouts, a season high, 6 walks as Ellis delivers a strike. 1-1 the count. 1 wild pitch as well. Andrew Morales, 5'11", 200 pounds in his 5th professional season from Covina, California. 1-1 pitch is a fastball low and inside, ball 2. Second round pick of the Cardinals in 2014 out of UC Irvine. The 2-1 pitch, foul first base side over the roof. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. What a career he had with the Anteaters. 21-2 during his time at UCI with a 1.68 earned run average. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. He struck him out. 1 down here in the 6th. Well, the Bees have been involved in some lopsided losses this year. As a matter of fact, of their 48 defeats coming into tonight's game, exactly half of them, 24, have been by 4 runs or more. Here's Nolan Fontana, walked and scored in the 4th, his last time up. Takes a fastball over for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Fouled into the upper deck, third base side, 0-2 the count. Congratulations to our buddy, Bill Whistler, who was a part of the first 2 Buzz teams in Salt Lake, 1994, 1995. It was announced today that he's being inducted into the University of Pennsylvania Hall of Fame. There's a fastball inside, 1-2 the count. I believe Bill now calls the St. Louis area home. 1-2 pitches popped up. Shallow center field. Mercado coming in. He's there, and he'll put it away for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here in the Salt Lake 6th. Top of the order now, and Michael Hermosillo's 1 for 2. Single to left his last time up. So 2 out, nobody on base. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1. 0-1 the count on Hermosillo. Besides the single, has walked and flied to center field. Now Morales Morales pitch. Fastball up and in, evens the count at 1-1 strike. Morales briefly pitched this year at Double-A Springfield. No decision in 3 appearances, but his ERA was almost 11. 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2-1. Of course, can be a little bit convoluted, just one bad outing out of 3. 2-1 the count. Morales last worked on the 22nd against Colorado Springs, worked the scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. The 2-1, low for a ball, 3-1. Well, 3 balls, 1 strike on Hermosillo with Matt Theis due up next. 9-3 Redbirds now. They've done all the damage within 3 innings. 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 4 in the sixth. 3-1 pitch. Hermosillo hits it in the air down the right field line. Drifting towards the stands and out of the reach of the right fielder Garcia. So now the count is full at 3-2. So the Bees are going to have to come up with a big rally if they're to earn their first ever series win at home against Memphis. It's either been 2-2 or 1-3. Payoff pitch. Ripped to third and past the third baseman. Truck into left field. Scooped up by Ravello, limiting Hermosillo to a single. But Michael now with his 3rd consecutive 2-hit game. Hit number 6 for Salt Lake. Comes after 2 outs, and it brings up Matt Theis, who's 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play his last time up. Again, El Paso rained out in a game that won't be made up. So the Bees will end the night either a half game ahead with a win or a half game back with a loss. The pitch to Theis, change up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Theis. And 6:35 starts the next 2 nights against Nashville. A 1-0 pitch. Theis takes high, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Matt. Just his 3rd professional season as a first-round draft pick in 2016 out of the University of Virginia. Two balls, no strikes the count. Morales ready, the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. 2-1 the count on Theis. If Matt can extend the inning, Taylor Ward would be next. And the Bees have won 4 series in Memphis, but never here in Salt Lake City. They're going to have quite the comeback to get that first home series win over the Redbirds. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner at the belt. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Tampa Bay has traded left-handed pitcher Johnny Venters to Atlanta in exchange for an international signing slot. Now the 2-2 to Theis. Lifted in the air down the left field line towards the corner. Ravello on the run and in front of the wall makes the catch to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the 7th. Memphis 9, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we move to the 7th inning. Memphis leading 9-3. Ivan Pinheiro out for his 3rd inning in relief. He'll face Rangel Ravello, Wilfredo Tovar, and Alex Mejia. Wednesdays are Dollar Dog Nights presented by Cypress Credit Union. Be sure to come out each and every Wednesday night home game and grab a dollar hot dog or 2. Compliments of Cypress Credit Union. The next Dollar Dog Night comes when El Paso's in town, August 15th for a 7:05 first pitch. So here's Ravelo, who doubled in the first. Since then, he's taken a called third strike and struck out swinging. First pitch to Ravelo, inside at the belt, ball one. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Memphis. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Bees. The 1-0. Down low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Now Pinheiro gets his sign from Hudson. The pitch lined into left center field for a base hit. Racing over Hermosillo, backhands it to cut it off and gets it back in towards second to limit Ravelo to a single. Brings up Wilfredo Tovar 0 for 3. Did reach on an error by the shortstop Fontana back in the third inning, but was immediately thrown out trying to steal. First pitch to Tovar. Strike on the inside corner at the belt, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. Ward even with the bag at third. The pitch, swinging a pop-up. Right side of the infield. Theis and Cowart both there. Caleb with the call and the catch for out number 1. So Tovar retired, 1 away. Brings up Alex Mejia. Started the 4-run rally last inning when he had a ground ball to the hole. Shortstop Nolan Fontana backhanded, and as he was getting ready to get into position to throw, he slipped and fell. And that eventually helped lead to a 4-run inning. So 1 on, 1 out. Pinheiro's pitch is low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Redbirds here in the 7th as Pinheiro deals. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pinheiro signed in January by the Angels. First year in the Halo organization. 1-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. 1-2. Last year was in the Diamondback system. Primarily at Double-A Jackson. Did make 4 appearances, 2 starts for Reno. Also pitched in the PCL in 2015 and 16 with New Orleans. 1-2 pitch on the way. Pulled down the left field line. Ackley a long run towards the corner, and it's gone. A 2-run homer for Alex Mejia, and now it's 11-3 Memphis. They hit 6 home runs here on Tuesday, and that's their 4th here tonight. For Mejia, that's his 3rd home run of the season. So Pinheiro's been taken deep twice tonight. Brings up Stephen Barron, who's 1 for 3. Singled and scored back in the 2nd. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So it would appear, barring a huge comeback in the last 3 innings, the Bees will end the night a half game behind El Paso, who was rained out. Again, a game that will not be made up. There's a strike in at the knees, so unless the Bees lose a game to weather, any tiebreaker will not be needed. Right now, El Paso leads the tiebreaker 8-5, but they haven't clinched it. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. He struck him out. Strikeout number 5 for Pinheiro. 2 down here in the 7th. Brings up Oscar Mercado, who's 2 for 4 with a homer, a single, and 2 runs scored. So 2 out, nobody on, but 2 runs in. Now Pinheiro deals. Did he go around? Yes, says first base umpire J.J. January, and the count's 0-1 on the right-handed batter. pitch. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-2. Again, much different than Piñeiro's last outing when he threw 4 scoreless innings in Tacoma. The 0-2 pitch. Into the dirt, 1-2. Five strikeouts equals Piñeiro's high out of the bullpen this year. The 1-2 pitch. Make it 6. He swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt, and that ends the inning. But 2 more runs across for Memphis on 2 hits. No errors. Nobody left on base. 7th inning stretch time here in Salt Lake City, brought to you by America First, Utah's #1 credit union. Go to AmericaFirst.com for details. It's now Memphis 11, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bees now trailing 11-3 as Memphis, as they did on Tuesday night, bring out the big lumber tonight. 4 home runs. Unlike the other night, though, none of them tonight have come with the bases empty. So here's Taylor Ward, 2 walks and a single in 3 plate appearances. He takes high from Andrew Morales, ball 1. So 1-0 the count as Morales begins his 2nd inning in relief. The 1-0. Ward takes one in the dirt for ball 2. 2-0 the count. These have managed just 6 hits through their first 6 innings at the plate. The 2-0 pitch. Strike in at the knees, 2-1. But while Memphis is bringing out the extra base knocks, all 6 hits for the Bees have been singles. There's a pitch hit high into the night sky, deep left center field. Ravelo and Mercado going back, and it's Mercado in front of the warning track to make the catch for out number 1. Ward getting under that one just a hair too much. So 1 away. That'll bring up Jared Walsh, who's 1 for 3. He struck out swinging his last time up. Don't forget, on Friday, August 10th, here at Smith's Ballpark, we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the movie Sandlot. Cast members, including Ham, Smalls, Yaya, and more from the movie, are scheduled to return to Utah, where the movie was filmed. As Walsh takes a strike, 0-1. A Hamilton Ham Porter bobblehead will be given away that evening to the first 2,000 fans in attendance. The 0-1 to Walsh. Into the dirt, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count on Jared. Morales starts his windup. The pitch. Grounded foul into the Bees dugout at first as it hops over the fence into the dugout area. So the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He got him. Second strikeout for Morales. 2 down here in the 7th. Brings up Jose Fernandez, who's 1 for 2. Single to right back in the 3rd. Again, the Bees had a chance to do some damage early, but did not score and left the bases loaded in the 1st. Scored 2 runs, but again left the bases loaded in the 3rd. Now the first pitch to Fernandez. Change up, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Jose. The pitch lifted in the air down the left field line. Twisting foul back into the upper deck. So the count's 0-2 on Fernandez. Second baseman Mejia about 20 feet out into right field. That allowed him to catch a pop fly by Fernandez last inning. Swinging a ground ball past the mound by second base and into center field. So Jose Fernandez with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Caleb Coward, who's 1 for 3 with a 2-run single in the third inning. So 2 outs, a runner at first base. 11-3 Memphis here in the bottom of the 7th. Caleb Coward at the plate comes to this at bat. He has 90 doubles in his Salt Lake career. That ties him for 6th place all time with Nick Gorneau and Matt Brown. Change up outside, ball 1. Next on the list in 5th place is Mitch Simons with 95. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Morales pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Mejia in into his right, gloves it. Sets and throws to first in time for the out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the 8th. It's Memphis 11 and the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the 8th inning. 11-3 the score in favor of Memphis. Luke Voigt, Tyler O'Neill, and Adolis Garcia to face Ivan Pinheiro out for his 4th inning of work. Chewing up some innings here with the Bees down 11-3. Voigt has 2 doubles and 2 strikeouts tonight. First pitch swinging. It's a 1-hopper to short. Gloved by Fontana, who steps and throws to first. 1 pitch, 1 away. Monday home games are Smith's Family Nights. 4 tickets and 4 hot dogs for only $20. Compliments of Smith's. More than 4 in the family? Well, it's just an extra $5 per person. The next Smith's Family Night will be this Monday night when the Bees host Nashville at 7:05. First pitch from Pinheiro. Breaking ball over for a strike to O'Neill. The count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count as a right-hander is now up in the Memphis bullpen. Pitch bounces in for a ball. The count on O'Neill, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tyler O'Neill had some big power numbers in his career. Foul backing out of play, 1 and 2. Led the Cal League with 32 homers in 2015. Hit 31 last year between Tacoma and Memphis. Now the 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2 and 2. 3 homers in 19 games for the Cardinals this year. And again, he leads the PCL with 25 this season. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball just off the outside corner at the knees, and that fills the count at 3 and 2. Played for Team Canada during the 2017 WBC. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Hudson for the 7th strikeout for Pinheiro, and that ties his overall season high. So that'll bring up Adolis Garcia, who's been the big man at the plate for Memphis tonight. A 3-run homer in the first that put him ahead, and he broke the game open with a grand slam in the 6th. 2 homers, 7 runs batted in for Adolis Garcia, who skips rope to get out of the way of ball 1. So 1-0 the count on Garcia. The pitch. Swinging a ground foul through the coach's box at third. Evens the count at 1-1. Extended his hitting streak to 6 games. The 1-1 pitch. Crushed to left field. That's going to hook inside the pole for his 3rd home run of the game. And his 8th run batted in. And now it's 12-3. Adolis Garcia. 3 homers, 8 runs batted in tonight. Wow. So 2 out, nobody on base. First pitch to Max Schrock. for a strike, 0-1. The pitch. Ground ball hit to the third baseman Ward, basically playing short. Throws to first, and that will do it for Memphis here in the eighth. 1 run, 1 hit, a home run by Garcia. The 8 RBI ties a Memphis franchise record. And after 7.5, it's Memphis 12, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. Well, we go to the bottom of the eighth inning, 12-3 now in favor of Memphis. And this pretty well tells the story. Memphis has hit 5 home runs tonight. The Bees have 7 singles. New pitcher on for the Redbirds. He's right-hander Landon Beck, who's on for the 10th time this year. In 13 innings, he's allowed 18 hits. 9 runs, 8 of them earned. Struck out 11 and walked 5. No decisions and a 5.54 ERA. The PCL hitting .333 against Beck, who gave up a run on 2 hits in 2 innings here on Tuesday with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. The 3 home runs for Adolis Garcia. th time in Salt Lake franchise history that an opposing player has hit 3 homers in a game. As Dustin Ackley takes low and inside, ball 1. Second one this year, Kevin Crone did it on June 27th, even though the 3rd home run came off of catcher Francisco Arcia. 1-0 pitch, fastball outside, 2-0. Todd Green, Brooks Kieshnick, Wayne Kirby, Valentino Pascucci, Luke Scott, Scott McLean, Matt Carson, Matt Duffy, Jarrett Parker, Preston Tucker, the others. 2-0 pitch. Anthony's a strike, 2-1. One of the more familiar names in that list. Matt Carson, former BYU star. 2 balls and a strike to count on Ackley. The pitch. Fastball high, 3-1. For the Bees, right-hander Tyler Stevens warming up in the bullpen. 3-1 pitch misses, and that's ball 4. And so Ackley draws his 2nd walk of the game. That'll bring up Joe Hudson, who's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Don't forget, Bees fans, you now have even more reasons to cheer for hits with each hit made by a Bees player this season. Safe Light Auto Glass will donate $5 to the Utah Food Bank as sponsors of the Community Hits program. Safe Light and the Bees are proud to be making a difference against hunger in Utah, 1 hit at a time. Hudson lines one towards the right field corner, slices off the gate, a fair ball. Racing for 3rd is Ackley. He'll be held up there. Into second base is Hudson with a double. That's his 2nd 2-base hit as a Bee, and now runners are at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. Brings up Nolan Fontana, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Walk and a double sets the table for the Bees here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, trailing 12-3. So now the pitch from Beck. Fastball in at the knees for a strike. Final line for Andrew Morales. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball. 0-2 the count. Both hits surrendered by Morales. 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. Came after there were 2 outs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Fontana goes down swinging. First strikeout for Beck. 6th for the Redbirds pitching staff tonight. So 1 out. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for Michael Hermosillo, who's already 2 for 3. The pitch bounces in, blocked by the catcher Barron, who either couldn't find it or acted like he couldn't find it, but it was right at his feet. So the count 1-0 on Michael Hermosillo. He's came into this game with a 10-3 record since the All-Star break. The pitch. Hermosillo pops it up. Foul territory near the Bees bullpen and caught by the first baseman Voigt with his back to the infield. He fires it to the plate high and a leaping catch by Barron as nobody was backing him up. If he can't get to it, Ackley likely scores from third. So the Bees had runners at second and third with nobody out. They're still there with 2 outs, and it's up to Matt Theis, who's 0 for 4. And the Bees have struggled here at Smith's Ballpark this month. A loss tonight would make them 4-8 at home compared to 7-3 on the road. First pitch to Theis. Swinging a ground ball into right field, but there's the second baseman Mejia to glove it and throw to first for the out. So the Bees second and third, no outs, don't score, no runs, 1 hit. 2 runners left on base. We'll head to the ninth. Memphis 12, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go to the ninth inning, 12-3 Memphis. Tyler Stevens now on for the Bees, making his 6th appearance in 8 1/3 innings. He's allowed 18 hits, 12 runs all earned. Struck out 12, walked 4. He's 0-2 with a 12.96 ERA. BCL hitting .429 against the right-hander Tyler Stevens. Ivan Pinheiro went 4 innings, allowed 7 runs on 7 hits, struck out 7, walked 1, but surrendered 3 home runs. So here is Ronel Ravelo to lead it off. He's 2 for 4, including a double. Stevens last worked here on Tuesday night, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits in 2 innings, including a couple of homers. Memphis with a 6-homer game. Here on Tuesday, they have 5 tonight, 3 by Adolis Garcia. First pitch, breaking ball over for a strike from Stevens, and the count's 0-1. Tyler Stevens, an 18th round pick out of the University of New Mexico last year. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, the Yankees' Aaron Judge suffering a broken bone in his hand after being hit by a pitch today. Now the 0-2 to Ravelo. Fastball high, 1-2. Yankees have called up from Scranton Wilkes-Barre former Bees outfielder Shane Robinson. So 1-2 the count on Ravelo. The pitch. Lifted in the air down the right field line. Slicing foul and out of play. Memphis and Nashville will swap spots. The Redbirds heading down to Las Vegas to start a series there tomorrow night. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. Into the dirt for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilfredo Tovar, Alex Mejia to follow. Stevens 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. 1 down. So Ravelo retired. Brings up Wilfredo Tovar 0 for 4. Popped out to the second baseman. Coward his last time up. In case you missed it earlier, Oliver Drake, who was with the Bees briefly and spent time with the Angels. There's a strike in at the knees, 0-1. Claimed off waivers today by Toronto. So he has reported to the Blue Jays already. The 0-1 pitch. Popped up into shallow center field. Drifting out, Caleb Coward is there, and he'll glove it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. As Tovar will be the only Redbird without a hit tonight in the starting lineup. Bad news for the Giants. Brandon Belt had to be placed on the disabled list today with a hyperextended right knee. First pitch to Mejia. Ground ball foul in between the coach's box and the bag at third for strike one. In the trade deadline, 5 days away. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball, strike in at the knees, 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Got him looking with a fastball in the outside corner. He struck him out. A 3 up, 3 down inning for Tyler Stevens. Bookended by strikeouts as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Memphis 12, the Bees 3 on 1280 The Zone. All right, we go now to the bottom of the ninth inning. Bees down 12-3. Leading things off for Salt Lake will be Taylor Ward, who's 1 for 2. Landon Beck out there for his second inning. The 8 runs batted in by Adolis Garcia ties the opponent record for most runs batted in a game against Salt Lake. The record of 8 set by Edmonton's Brian Lesher here in August of 1996. First pitch to Ward, fouled back, tied by Ernie Young at Edmonton. July 17th of 1997. So the first time in 21 years that a player has driven in 8 runs against the Bees in a game, or Buzz, or Stingers. 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, strike in at the knees, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the pitch to Ward. Breaking ball low. So the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Taylor Ward. The pitch. Fastball high, 2-2 on Taylor, who's walked twice, singled, and flied to left. Two balls, 2 strikes, with Walsh and Fernandez to follow. The 2-2 pitch. Ward jammed, and he pops it up foul. First base side. Voigt near the railing, and couldn't get it. Couldn't catch it as he reached into the crowd and then pretended like he was going to harass the fan down there. And Ray Olmedo winds up with the ball and hands it to them. But Voigt was just playing with it. He wasn't serious. 2-2 the count on Ward. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. 1 down. So 1 away. Here's Jared Walsh, 1 for 4 with a single back in the 3rd inning and scored 1 of the 3 Salt Lake runs. So the Bees will have their streak of 3 consecutive series 1 end. With victories over Sacramento, Las Vegas, and Tacoma. There's a change-up high, ball 1, but they'll drop 2 out of 3 to Memphis, and now they'll host Nashville for 4. And the Sounds affiliated with Oakland. Last year in the Music City, the Bees took 3 out of 4. The 1-0 pitch is popped up shallow left field towards the line. Ravelo racing in and over, and he will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Jose Fernandez, who's 2 for 3. However, the last time the Sounds visited Smith's Ballpark, 2016, they came in and swept the 4-game series. So 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch. Fernandez grounds it foul past the first base dugout for strike one. Jose walked in the first, singled to right in the third, popped up in the fifth, singled to center in the seventh. So 0-1 the count on Fernandez. Beck's pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, and the count's 0-2. So the Bees are now down to their last strike. 0-2 the count. Now Beck's pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. As the Bees go quietly here in the bottom of the ninth. 3 up, 3 down. And so the Redbirds make it official. They take 2 out of 3 in this series. Salt Lake Bees baseball brought to you in part by Smith's, your neighborhood grocery store since 1932.